Hello everybody, welcome back to my television review series. Been a while since we did one of these. Today we'll be reviewing Mayans Season 5. Just finished watching it. Obviously we've been doing a lot of movie reviews, which is pretty similar. Again, writing a television or movie script, not too much different, just the time frame in which you're telling a story. But you know how we do it. I'll give you my overall impressions and grade. Past that, if you've not seen this season or the previous ones, you want to shut off the video because there will be spoiler alerts. We're discussing the plot synopsis and character development, and any similar movies and major themes. And so I watched this one pretty much as it came out, so I'm certainly going to miss a lot of the different scenes and minor plot developments. But it says, Mayans MC follows the life of Zeke Easy Reyes, a member of the Mayans MC Charter on the California-Mexico border. Once a golden boy with the American dream within his grasp, Easy and his brother Angel are closer than ever after uncovering the truth behind their mother's murder. Faced with carving out a new identity for himself in a small town, Easy's need for vengeance drives him toward a life he never intended. Meanwhile, their father Felipe struggles to reconcile the choices he and his sons have made. And so, in season 5 was the show was canceled as a planned ending, which I think is important. So what did I think about season 5? Again, that overview is pretty much for the whole installment of the Mayans. I honestly thought this one kind of this season dragged. I really liked season 1 and 2. Season 3 was slow. Season 4 was better, and then season 5 was kind of slow like season 3. I enjoyed the finale. I thought it was decent on that, but I thought the plot was just kind of slow to develop, honestly. And so some off-putting characterizations in the Potter character is super off-putting, as well as Leticia, Coco's daughter, as I thought was some off-putting characterizations. Past that, no one really off-putting, but overall, nobody really convincing either. So overall, I'm going to give season 5 itself a C+. Really didn't do much for me. I think it's good that the show's over. But overall, for the entire series, I'm going to give it a solid B for entertaining. So again, I think season 3 and 5 are kind of slow. The other ones are pretty solid. Past that, I think it was a good planned end for the show. So if you've not seen this one, again, it's good for, it's modern day motorcycle gang, decent violence, decent, drug dealing, criminal crime show type of thing. And so, overall entertaining. Last season, I gave it a C+. So if you've not seen it, I do recommend this show. But regardless, if you do not want to hear spoilers, you want to shut off the video now. So season 4 ends with somebody, Easy has planned to take the Mayans back to the top, and they have this big warehouse full of heroin provided by Soledad, who was El Banco's sister, which is kind of like she's really short. But season 4 ended with somebody burning down this entire warehouse full of heroin. So season 5 opens up again. I watched it. I'm not going to get even close to all the scenes. I'm not going to try. But the main development is really just the Mayans warring with the Sons of Anarchy, which that show had 7 seasons itself. But kind of the first major development I remember is they're kind of like in traffic. There's just kind of on a busy highway, and a bunch of Mayans pull up and just start shooting at the Sons of Anarchy pretty much on the highway. And so again, Easy's the president. Alvarez, who founded the club, is kind of out of the game. Hope and Letty are running around hitting licks. They're stealing stuff and robbing things to try to stay alive and not leave. Letty doesn't want to leave the house that she lived in with Coco. But after that, they form. Basically, Easy has another. There's this other military type of guy who's getting the heroin or providing the heroin to the Soledad group. And so the major players, you have the Mayans MC, you have the Sons of Anarchy, you get introduced to another female biker gang called the Broken Saints, and then you have the Grim Bastards, which is like an African American seeming motorcycle group. And so those are really kind of major players, as well as the law enforcement within Potter. And there's another chick in this season that investigates Potter, and she's also off-putting characterizations. There's several scenes throughout the season where Potter and this chick are interacting. Basically, she's coming after Potter because he's a corrupt law enforcement. She's gonna, get him with a bunch of stuff. and just the interactions they have were extremely cringy, and I thought the writing was all honestly terrible, because they're both kind of like, just talking really general and just like these really slow tones, and it's just like, it was bad for me on them, for their characterizations. And so they need to, once this heroin place burns down, they need a way to supply it. They go to this military dude and it's like, we can be your plug, we can supply you all the heroin you need across the border, so you don't need to worry about losing stuff in transit. And the guy's like, this big white guy with a bunch of tattoos, he's like, okay, you better supply it or I'm going to kill you. And so they also go, again, they have a couple of interactions with this Broken Saints motorcycle gang, and basically they start cooking at their place. They have this one dude, they go kidnap a guy or force him to cook or else they're going to threaten his family. And so they start cooking. One of the prospects is watching or helping him, and then they go out to lunch one day or just take a break, and one of the other dudes goes in there and like sniffs it, and it's it's fentanyl or whatever, carfentanil, and so he overdoses and dies, and so that guy's dead. And so they basically outsource the production of the heroin to this Broken Saints motorcycle club. You have a couple, again, the Grim Bastards organize like a meeting between the Sons of Anarchy and the Mayans to try to negotiate a peace or whatever. They both sides just want to kill each other. You have there's like a pretty major character and a female. I forget her name. I can't match her to the list either. But maybe Anna, maybe, I don't know. But whoever was dating or sleeping with Creeper to get him to have information. Creeper's in jail this season. The major motifs or developments are the Sons and Mayans warring together, them trying to pin Potter, and there's also a rat. They know there's a rat or someone telling the feds about the Mayans illegal activities, and so they have a bunch of back and forth about that. Nestor's still a prospect, as well as the Miguel, Galindo, and Emily. Their kind of developments and interactions throughout the season is, again, Miguel has Emily basically under Miguel won't let Emily go away with his son, so that Miguel has a good relationship with the son, Emily has a good relationship with the son, but Emily still hates Miguel from previously when Miguel tried to kill her. And then you get some follow-up also throughout the season. Basically, a couple of the girls that work at the clubhouse for the Mayans, they find like a Sons of Anarchy cut in just like a barrel dissolving, and so a couple of those people, the girls get killed. Some major development in the season finale, but Angel has a son, and he's trying to kind of get away from the drug life, and then you realize that you learn Potter confronts Angel, and he's like, why did you burn down all the heroin? So you learn the person that sabotaged the drug trade was Angel, and really Easy's just trying to establish this drug pipeline to put the Mayans on top. And so, I don't know, about halfway through the season or later in the season, a couple Mayans themselves come over to like the San Padrino chapter, and they're talking about something, and they hug it out or whatever, and then this other Mayans like, no, this is for my dad, and shoots him, and then Bishop's like, oh fuck, and shoots the other one as well. So you have a scene or a development where Mayans kill Mayans, and so they drop them off at like the Grim Bastards front door, and basically they do something to align themselves with the Grim Bastards, and the Mayans killing the Mayans was just like some dude his dad was killed or something. And so, again, I don't remember it super well. Gilberto, he kind of, he's a former army or military type of guy, and he goes and his friend has like his breakdown and like wants his own kid to kill him at his like birthday party, and so Gilberto kind of like steps in and helps out and realizes that it's actually, you learn that it's actually his kid, and that this other guy had been, stepping up and being the father figure. But you have some minor developments there. Easy is dating a woman named Stephanie. I'm pretty sure she was in season 4 as well. Again, the Potter character is super off-putting. He comes back. So Creeper gets stabbed up in jail. He lives through that one. and then later in the season he gets stabbed up again and killed right before he's about to tell Hank about who the rat is. And so the female FBI chick who got arrested or kicked off the force for whatever leaking information, she's kind of around. She kind of links up with Potter later, but she's just kind of around. And so moving along again, once the Broken Saints have this manufacturing facility, it blows up and Easy goes there, and it's like, where is there anything salvageable? We need this product, and they're like all furious because they have to bury some of their sisters. And so that's what's really going on there. Letty and Hope are hitting again, stealing stuff, hitting licks, and then they basically get set up, and Hope gets shot and killed. And so Letty's upset about that. Alvarez has a child, and one of his friends gets killed. They have a scene where they're talking, drinking whiskey or whatever, and then he ends up getting killed in the next couple scenes. And so Alvarez loses a friend. Emily is really trying to, find a way to escape Miguel throughout the entire season. Towards the end, Miguel agrees to to testify against Potter and do anything he can to help put Potter away with this other, the older white kind of Inspector General something. She has a long title, and it's like a thing in the show. And so Ignacio, I guess it's Ignacio Cortina, I think was his real name, but Felipe Reyes, the father, he helps Angel raise the child. And yeah, and so really just getting to the season finale, because like I said, I'm not going to remember much of the scenes, especially doing all these other movie reviews in between. But regardless, kind of the season finale is Easy really wants to put the Mayans back on top, and so they're going to go to war with the Sons. And so Packer, who is like the lead of the Sons of Anarchy in this one, some of their brothers get killed, and he's really sad. And so he goes and he wants to kill Angel. And so he breaks into where Angel and Felipe are living, and Angel's not there. So Packer kills their father, so he dies. I guess even before that, Angel's dating the abuelita, or just I don't even know if she has a name. I can recognize her, the Carla Barada character. But again, she was like leading the rebels, and she had a little like follower named Minnie. And so Angel and her are again have a relationship, or at least a son together. And so the Carla Barada character goes to like her little insurgency headquarters, where it's just a bunch of little kids, and she gets stabbed up and killed. So she is killed. Ignacio or Felipe is killed. Creeper's killed. Hope is killed. Bishop throughout the season is dating this woman and kind of like messes up or sleeps with one of like the clubhouse girls or whatever. So it has some love relationship development there, and breaks down about living a shitty life or whatever. But so they go to war. Again, it's pretty unconvincing scene. They just show up to where all the Sons of Angels or Sons of Anarchy are. They start baseball batting them, and then Easy shoots one guy in the head. And so it's just kind of like unconvincing, whereas like if they pulled up, they just immediately start shooting them. Like I would hope or imagine in the writing. But regardless, he chases down Packer, who's like, his leg is injured, and he kind of like crawls into an alleyway, which if a guy was about to execute you, he'd probably crawl into the middle of the street or somewhere a little more public, and not make it super convenient to be executed in an alleyway. But regardless, that's what he does. He crawls into an alleyway. Easy Reyes stands over him, shoots and kills him, and then pisses on him. Little desecration of the body, like in Halo when you teabag him. Easy takes a piss on him. But regardless, Easy's girlfriend Stephanie throughout the show, Easy has a scene where he crashes his bike, and another old lady, again, what they call them in the biker gangs, comes through, and she's like, my ex was part of this thing, he signed up for it, and so we just have some talk about relationships. And so Easy's kind of has himself distanced from Stephanie throughout the season, and then again gets closer towards the end, and then she gets pregnant. Easy never learns about that. He's like, we'll talk. We have to talk tonight, but we'll come back and we'll figure it out tonight. And Stephanie's like, I have something to tell you. And so regardless, they go, after they've killed Packer, they're celebrating. And then the major development or resolution is, again, Miguel is supposed to testify to this Inspector General. and to put Potter away. And Potter and the FBI agent that was disgraced, that was sleeping with Creeper, kind of working together a little bit. But the resolution to the Miguel Emily situation is Emily kills an old lady. She like killed I forget why, but she had killed an old lady, and like the hired hand of Miguel helps her like get rid of the body. Emily's sister is killed this season, I believe, or at least maybe last season. It's relevant to the resolution of the characterizations. And so after this scenario where they're worried about police coming about this old lady that she killed, she put up security cameras, and she has a very particular where you can't like once the front door is open, you can't exactly see, and it's just like, do exactly what the hired hand, the muscle guy, like, to the contractor, the dude installing the service, he's like, do exactly what she says. And so what happens is they come home one night, right before Miguel is supposed to testify, and Emma is like, hey, Miguel, our son Cristobal left his toy in the car. Can you go get it? At this point, because remember, Miguel is like controlling Emily, and he's kind of thinking like it's getting back to kind of normal. But Miguel goes outside to get the plushie or the little toy, and the hired hand, Emily's like, can you take Cristobal up to bed? And he's like, sure. And she's like, can you do without he has like 2 shoulder strapped pistols. He's like, can you do without the weapons? So he's like, sure. So he does that, takes her up there, and when Miguel comes back in the house, Emily has a gun pointed at him and very quickly shoots him twice and kills him. So Emily kills Miguel, and then the hired hand, the muscle dude, comes down. And he's like, what happened? And Emily runs toward him like crying, like the dude still doesn't know what happens. And then Emily's like, I know you killed my sister, and then shoots him in the chest as well. And so the reason she had these particulars for the security system was so that she could frame it as like a murder-suicide. And so she is able to get away with her son Cristobal and Miguel out of the picture. And so after that, the main resolution to the entire series is, again, you learn that Easy is the rat, and so that's why he had Creeper killed. And so they are going to patch in Nestor, again, who was the former like main enforcer for Miguel, and they're patching him in. Easy's the president. And Angel has decided that he's going to leave the club and leave the life and just go. He wants a better life for his son. And so all is normal. And then as they're going to leave, Hank and all the other dudes, I don't know if Hilberto gets killed. I forget where he goes, but they all kind of put him in headlocks. And Bishop and Hank are like, Easy, we know you're the one that killed Creeper. The one that you've betrayed all of the laws and rules of our club. And so they're going to kill Easy and Angel, and Easy's like, Angel really had nothing to do with it, he knew nothing. And so they even pull it back to like the beginning where, Angel brought Easy into the club, and like their second cousin or third cousin or whatever is the FBI agent that was sleeping with Creeper, I believe, or just another agent in general. But regardless, they have Angel stab Easy, and so he, reluctantly, again, it's a big resolution of the show. So Angel has to stab Easy, and then like the rest of the members all stab Easy until he's dead. So Easy is killed. And again, very, very similar type of thing to the resolutions of Sons of Anarchy, where Jax Teller kills another president, and so he gets killed for it. And so we could have switched it up a little bit of something. I thought it was interesting just having the brother kill the other one. Something at least a little novel. But regardless, that's what happens. And so Angel, gets away with his kid. Easy's dead. Emily's with her child. And that's really kind of the final resolving scenes. It's just, Angel holding his son, Maverick, on a beach somewhere away from the club. And so that's really the resolution of the series. Again, I thought the season finale was decent. The rest of the season really dragged on for me. There's plenty of time it was just like, show's really fallen off for me. But regardless, again, I do recommend it be overall solidly entertaining for the entire production of the Mayans, and C+ for the final season, and I would give a B+ for the series finale. And so overall, that's my thoughts there. Again, I'm going to miss a bunch of scenes and plots and whatever because I watched it over a long period of time. So similar movies, major themes. Again, the previous 4 seasons, and tons of other crime dramas. So I did see Justified City Primeval, which I really wanted to watch. Again, I really like out of all of the shows, at least crime shows, Justified was probably my favorite. So we'll see if it holds up with the revival. But I'll probably be off Hulu. I'll probably let that show come out in its entirety, or I might watch it onesie-twosies as well, and just have another kind of scattered review, because I haven't seen the whole season, really quickly. Regardless, that's what's going on in the movie review and TV review series that everyone's so adamantly watching and waiting for the next episode. But I'm actually gonna. This clip might look a little funky because I actually wanted to say one more thing about the Mayans season 5 as to why I thought the resolution wasn't that great. Is because they really never. Like the big kind of threat to the Suns and the Mayans are warring, but there's really no resolution to this big white military dude that says he's going to kill the Mayans if they don't supply the heroin. So once the production blows up at the Broken Saints' facility, and you have a pretty intimidating character in this big white dude with a bunch of tats, this is a military guy. So I don't know if I almost certainly don't forget that part, but I really don't think there's any resolution to. The Mayans are on top because they killed the Sons of Anarchy, but they don't have a drug pipeline, they don't have any way to supply or continue to make money. So I thought that was very weak, or a plot hole for sure, unless I'm missing something, but I did want to throw that in there in the review. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.